Hi guys, this is Sheldon Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to give you my review of episode 2 of season 1 of The Big Bang Theory. The GL curve and the cleaning ghost of Madame Curie. So here we go, guys. I love the second episode. Again, just like yesterday's video of my review of the Goldbergs episode 6 season 2. Episode 6 of season 2. Well, just like I said with the Goldbergs yesterday with episode 6 of season 2, it's one of my favorite underrated episodes of season 2. Well, this is no different. This is one of my favorite underrated episodes of season 1 of the Big Bang Theory. So here we go, guys. In this episode, it's basically a kind of the second or part 2 of the pilot of the first episode of season 1 of the Big Bang Theory. Technically, it is, but not really. Only because Penny knocks on Sheldon and Leonard's apartment door, and she says that she has ordered a new TV since her caveman of a meathead boyfriend, Kurt, maintained the rights to her TV that she left when she broke up with Kurt before moving into the apartment complex where she lives now with Leonard and Sheldon as her across the hall neighbors. Well, again, Penny knocks on the door of Leonard and Sheldon's apartment, and she's going to work. She's going off to work at the Cheesecake Factory. But she tells Leonard, just in case if I don't make it in time before the TV movers, before my TV handyman come, would you Leonard / maybe Sheldon receive my new TV set / TV? And of course Leonard says yes. At this same time, Raj, Howard, and of course Sheldon are waiting for Leonard to start a Superman marathon, a Superman original 4 movies marathon. Of course, Leonard asks if you're not doing anything at all after work. After work tomorrow or later, because her new TV was going to be delivered the next day. So that's why. But she was going to be at work, meaning Penny. But anyway, Leonard offered her to come and see the movie marathon with Leonard with him and Sheldon, Rod, and Howard. And of course, Penny said no, thank you, very politely. And then she asked, how many Superman movies are there? And of course, just like a beautiful vocalized quartet in unison, Leonard, Sheldon, Rod, Howard said 4. And then Penny got a little bit more specific with her question about Superman and about the quartet of movies. Which one is the one where Lois falls from a helicopter, and of course Superman catches her to save her. And of course Sheldon says, "You're kidding, right?" and then Penny says, "Well, I know that dudes can't fly." And of course Sheldon says, "What if they could?" And imagine this. Let's suppose that Miss Lane is falling at a high rated speed, about 30 seconds per second, or some 32 seconds per second. And of course, to make it short and sweet, guys, after this epic example of if man could fly from Sheldon, the guys get into a very funny argument. Now what instigated Leonard from opening the door to answer to Penny was that Leonard had brought some Thai food, and Howard is allergic to peanuts, and he was concerned, and he was feeling kind of puffy because his plate, or his box maybe of food had peanuts, and he said, "I feel puffy." So that single word for Leonard meant that that single word meant for Penny that it sounds like you have company. It sounds like you have company, and of course Leonard said, "Don't mind them. What's up?" And that's when, "What's up, Penny?" And that's when Penny said, asked Leonard for the favor of the TV. Now, going to the next day. Now, the next day / afternoon, maybe / morning, afternoon, the delivery guys and the TV carriers didn't carry the giant TV box. Leonard and Sheldon had to carry. Leonard had the idea to carry or find a way to get the TV, Penny's new TV, to our apartment. But of course, they didn't have the strength or the equipment or a dolly, a a dolly to pick up the TV and put it up to pick up the TV and carry it and carry the TV and put it on the dolly. Then of course Sheldon was in the lobby with Leonard, and he said, first of all, we don't have the we don't we are we are weak. We are not masters of the Force. We are not masters of the Force. Second, we don't have Superman's strength. Third, we don't have Green Lantern's power ring to help us. And of course Leonard said, yes, you're right. We need the green Hal Jordan's power ring, but we are descendants of Archimedes. And as descendants of Archimedes, by a technicality, that makes us that means that we are descendants from Archimedes, who was an ancient strong dude. And of course, Sheldon was skeptical of that. But anyway, he helped Leonard try to pick up the TV, but one problem. Their floor, their floor was upstairs, and of course, stairs you have to carry something up a set of stairs. In an apartment complex, just like where Penny, Sheldon, and Leonard live, there's turns or curves. There's corners or curves, and tragically for Leonard and Sheldon, they had to deal with not only tried to carry the TV up the stairs, but they had to deal with the curve. And of course, when Leonard and Sheldon got to the curve part of the staircase, Sheldon was like, "What's your formula? What's your formula for the curve or the corner?" And of course, Leonard was like, "I don't know." But then, I don't know in his head. But then he had the right idea. the right intention and almost the right idea basically for Sheldon to help him just get the top a little bit of the top part of the box up just enough up the stairs to clear the corner of the stair, to advance to the second part of the stairs. But of course that didn't happen because of only one thing. Because of one girl, one invisible girl that we as humans have to deal every day, and that of course is Lady Gravity. And so the TV box dropped or fell, and of course Gravity Sheldon's relationship with Gravity, Lady Gravity or Lady G, isn't that just like any any physicist relationship, any physicist relationship with Lady G was going to be contentious, and Sheldon wasn't going to be any different. Yes, Lady G had broken Sheldon's heart, and he said, thy heartless girl, thy heartless girl. He said another word, but I will leave that word for my Spanish review of the same episode. So after struggling with Lady G, somehow Leonard and Sheldon were able to bring Penny's TV to her apartment. But then before or after they put the box down, Penny's new TV box down on the floor. Something Sheldon got shocked. Sheldon was in shock. He said, Holy Abraham Lincoln, what happened here? And yet something had happened in Penny's apartment. Nothing bad. Well, nothing bad really in reality, but according to Sheldon's eyes, that basically what I'm trying to say is that, subjectively of course, is that Penny's room was a Yoda of a mess. Penny's apartment was a Yoda of a mess, and Sheldon being the crazy person that he is, he can't stand a tornado of mess he can't stand a tornado of messiness, unorganized and unorganized, and not being organized. So he decided to basically put everything straight back again. What I mean by that is clean everything up, and of course Leonard was like, no, Sheldon, this is not, first of all, this is not your space, this is not our space. Second of all, some people are not as crazy as, not as evilly genius, evilly super clean villain machine. Third, this is Penny's apartment, and yes, she's a little bit messy, but that's their style. This is their style. And again, let me reiterate, this is their apartment. It's not ours. And of course, Sheldon's response to Leonard was like, this is not an apartment. This is Thanos. This is Thanos' messy vortex. Messy Thanos vortex. Then Penny came back from doing her errands, and then she dropped her sweater slash kind of little coat on the floor, and of course Sheldon had a fit, but had a crazy clean fit, and he said, Penny, I can help you, and of course Penny was like, help me with what? And then Leonard said to Penny, no, Penny, don't listen to Sheldon's joke. He said it wrong. Then the next night, then that same night, then later that night, Leonard was sound asleep like a nerdy sleeping beauty. When he heard a noise. So he wanted to check it out. But just in case if there was any intruders, anything or anyone that was disturbing the peace of the night Leonard had his trusty Return of the Jedi lemon green Skywalker lemon green lightsaber. But thankfully, Sheldon didn't have to use his Jedi. Leonard didn't have to use his Jedi skills, but he found something worse. Something even more disturbing than an intruder. He found, or he saw, he went across the hall, Leonard did, to find crazy cleaning Sheldon, crazy clean freak Sheldon in Penny's apartment while she was dreaming about corn, meaning she was asleep. And of course, Leonard was like, "No, this is insane. What are you doing? What are you doing, Sheldon?" And Sheldon was like, in a soft, whispering voice, I'm cleaning. Then Leonard was like, okay, why? Sheldon was like, Sheldon responded to Leonard, because I couldn't sleep with, I couldn't sleep calmly and peacefully, knowing that outside my bedroom led to our living room, which leads us across the hall, which leads us to here, to Penny's apartment. That is a total atom bomb of a mess. So, and I need to clean this up. I need to clean Penny's apartment because it's the right thing to do. And Leonard was like, yes, but it's not your responsibility. Second, this is creepy. This is creepy, Sheldon. You can't wake up and go across the hall and clean Penny's apartment while she's sleeping and fix it up and make it straight, meaning organizing it. By this time, guys, Leonard and Sheldon had gotten into a funny dispute of why a funny fight, a high pitched fight of that Leonard wanted Sheldon to leave to go back to bed, and Leonard wanted that too. He wanted to go to bed, rightly so, but again Sheldon said no, and he said, if you want to avoid waking our corn princess neighbor, you will have to speak in a higher register because scientists have revealed that women wake up easily, or they are very sensitive to a crying baby crying, and that's how they wake up. So I suggest, Leonard, that if you want to avoid waking our corn princess neighbor, you should speak at a lower register. And they spoke. Sheldon and Leonard spoke like this. Then Leonard was like, okay, I accept your idea. Now let's go. And Sheldon was like, no, Leonard, no. And then Leonard he was standing, of course. And then Leonard leaned on the wall, on Penny's wall, on Penny's door wall, and he leaned forward against Penny's door wall, and And then Sheldon said, if you have time to clean, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. And then Leonard was like, what? Oh, okay. What the corn? Then the next morning, when Penny officially woke up, when Penny officially woke up, smiling and with a bright outlook body language, she got the shock of her life. Sheldon had left a drawn out schematic, which are direction drawings of how he and Leonard cleaned her apartment. Of course, Penny reacted the rightful way. She screamed and she said, "You geeky creeps!" Then she marched across the hall with corn husking fury, and she asked Leonard to give her key. Then Leonard said, Penny, you're right to be upset. And then, you're right to be upset. Then Penny was like, do you know how loony and creepy this is? How creepy and loony you guys were? You snuck into my apartment while I was sleeping, dreaming about corn, and you cleaned my apartment? And Leonard was like, yes. Me and Sheldon had a very, very, very intense vocal tennis match regarding that. Then Leonard said, when you cool down, maybe we can sort this out by talking. After you cool down and calm yourself down and don't feel for the lack of a better term violated, and of course Sheldon doesn't understand the concept, the funny concept of the sometimes serious but mostly funny concept of sarcasm. So Penny was angry. She was carrying the corn husking fury, and she was like, I'm going to stick my foot and sandals up your butt. And Leonard and Sheldon was like, well, if you do that, you will have to discuss that with a proctologist on how far you want to kick a person's butt. And of course Leonard by this time had written on a piece of paper, square on a piece of envelope paper or regular paper, the word sarcasm. Then after realizing that Penny was being sarcastic, but at the same time being real with him, he said, "Oh." Then after Penny left, after Penny went back to her apartment across the hall, Leonard said, "You, George Washington, march yourself across the hall and apologize to Penny." And of course, Sheldon thought that Leonard wasn't being serious, that he was being sarcastic. And of course, Leonard was not being sarcastic, he was being serious. And then Sheldon was like, "Man, you have your Batman, you have your batarang tied up, very tight today," meaning tidy one, meaning his underwear all worked up in a knot. Sheldon apologized to Penny, but with a little bit of a little flavor to that apology regarding Leonard. Sheldon said, "Penny, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for what I did, for cleaning your apartment while you were sleeping and dreaming about corn, and I hope this incident or this intrusion of my part doesn't take your sight off of Leonard, who I hear is a very passionate nerd in the bedroom." And of course, Leonard was hearing all this, and he said, "Oh my," and he crouched down. Leonard crouched down in embarrassment, and he had an "oh my god" face painted on his actual face. Then the next day, Raj was climbing the stairs to Sheldon and Leonard's apartment, where Howard and both Leonard and Sheldon were waiting for him to bring up food. But Rod was stopped by the Fury, by Penny, and basically Penny started telling Rod what had happened, and that her cousin, or that her brother shot someone. And of course Raj didn't speak, because again he can't speak to women, because he has selective mutism, nerdy mutism. So Raj talked to himself and said to himself, "Penny is so chatty, so chatty about corn. So chatty. I should take my mom's advice and and get married with a pretty girl in the future from my neck of the woods, then then Raj got into the apartment, Sheldon and Leonard's apartment, and then and of course Howard and Leonard were in a nerdy dance in a in a nerdy revolution dance battle where after finishing his turn Howard said to Leonard, grab your handkerchief, grab your fancy handkerchief, sir, because you just got served. Then Raj told Leonard and Sheldon and Howard that he chatted up with Penny about corn, about the corn, meaning about what had happened the night before. And then Leonard was like, did Penny say anything about me? And Raj said, no, not necessarily, but your name came up. And then Penny said that her brother one time shot someone, but then that was it. And by the way, guys, I didn't chat up Penny. I didn't talk that much with Penny. I didn't talk that much with Penny about corn. And that was it. Then to finish this wonderful second episode, off, Leonard was so down in the nerdy cliff of sadness that he wrote a letter, an apology letter to Penny. So he decided to push his apology letter that he wrote to Penny under Penny's door. But unluckily for Leonard, Penny opened the door and said hi. Then Leonard started to read his apology letter to Exhibit A, meaning Penny, and he was telling her in his apology letter to her that Penny, I'm sorry for engaging in last night's events, but just like Madame Curie, the founding mother of irradiation, which tragically eventually killed her. Her discovery of radiation eventually killed her, and just like Oppenheimer's contributions to the atom bomb, aka the atomic bomb. I'm really, really sorry. Really sorry. And then Leonard's apology letter to Penny was a little bit longer than that, but before Leonard could continue with his wonderful long apology letter to Penny, Penny said to Leonard, we are peachy, we are cool, we're good. We're good. We're good. And then Leonard was walking back to across the hall to the apartment, but he hit himself. He bumped really hard. He bumped his head really, really hard against the against the apartment door. That was closed. That was closed, and this is how, guys, this wonderful episode 2 of the Big Bang Theory season 1 ends. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and let me know. Have you ever, guys and girls, if you want to leave me a comment and let me know if you have ever had to do an apology letter to your neighbor slash to a girl or a guy that you secretly like that involved historical figures like Madame Curie and Oppenheimer. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Again, remember to leave a like and let me know. And before I forget, guys, just for a reminder, my theater family of Hendrickson High School here in Pflugerville is this year's musical is going to be Matilda. The musical based on the movie of the same name that is happening January 30th through to February 1st. I hope to see you there. If I don't see you guys there, that's okay. I just want you to go and support my theater family and to be more specific, to support school performing arts in general. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and Wakanda forever, and may the force be with you. Bye.